Cancer. Welcome to my channel. I am Ginger of Tarot by Ginger, and I'm going to read your February 2022 tarot cards along with, I'm going to pull 3 oracle cards to get the energies for the month for you, Cancer. So I'll start with the Sufi Wisdom Oracle, then we'll go to the Pure Magic Oracle and the Enchanted Unicorn Oracle, and I'm going to use the Way of the Panda Tarot to do a Celtic Cross for you. So I just want to tell you a little bit about the energies for February that everyone is experiencing in general, and that is that we are in a time of change. This year will be a time of changing those things in our lives that may have worked for us for a very long time, but we're realizing now are burdensome, problem creating for us. They're no longer comfortable, and they're things that are difficult to change, such as our communication styles. Let's see, the way we spend money, the food that we eat, things like that are difficult to overcome but can be done, and one step at a time. So the encouragement is that you don't look away from those things, that you see them, see the realities of your life, accept those things that are uncomfortable. We're all doing this. We're accepting, the best way to go about it is to accept, to really look and see it in its full light, those things that make us uncomfortable in our lives, and then to find a way to work through them a little at a time, one step at a time. For instance, if I wanted to change the way I ate because I wanted to be healthier, and maybe put in an exercise plan. These things are not easy because I've done it in the past, and it's taken me at least a month to really figure out what foods I was going to eat, how I was going to make the foods, how I was going to get an exercise routine into my day. So it took me about 30 days, but every day I worked toward that goal. So, and within 6 months, because I was having a problem with my cholesterol, I remember, within 6 months I went back to my doctor, and he was incredulous about the change that had occurred in my blood work. So it can be done. It will take time, but it's not fun. It's not fun to do that. But once we make the changes and we get into a routine, we feel good about ourselves. So this is the energies that we're dealing with in this month in particular. It's because Saturn is going in and out, in and out, in and out, and Saturn is what causes us to need to look at these things in us. And don't think that astrology doesn't have, as though astrology has nothing to do with the things that we do, because it really does. I see it in people's lives all the time. I read tarot privately for a lot of people, and I'm seeing these things happen in people's lives all the time. So don't discount that. So, okay, for Cancer, hopefully you will have a bright outlook and be open to seeing the realities in your life and accepting responsibility for them and making some changes, okay? So let's see what your Sufi Wisdom Oracle has for you. I'll turn this music down a little bit. Okay. Here we go for Cancer. Spirit guides and angels, what do you have for Cancer to know? Self-creation, be the author of your own life. I think Leo got this, or Aries, somebody. Self-creation, be the author of your own life. Okay? Very nice. I like to, free will is all about being the author of our own lives. We can choose to do that, or we can choose to do nothing, and when we choose to do nothing, we've made a choice. Isn't that right? So let's see, your Pure Magic Oracle card is Salamander. Our burrows, creative work, infinite wisdom, and alchemy. Sagittarius got this card tonight. Right, I'll read what the meanings of the cards once I get them all pulled. And the Enchanted Unicorn Oracle. You have Solar, a safe and happy home. I think Cancer likes a safe and happy home. Yep. Okay, so let's see what these cards mean for you. Okay, the self-creation, be the author of your own life. Okay. All right, what I'm going to say about this card is that I'm looking at it and I'm seeing as though it's the Divine Mother and the Divine Father. You know, Mother, Father, God. And she has a serving plate and she's serving you whatever, everything and anything you want. What are you going to create with that anything and everything that is offered to all of us? Okay, and this is the Sufi poem by Hafiz. I am not one who is weak against the turn of destiny. I will undo the wheel of heaven if it turns against my wish. There are things in life that are in our control and those which are not. Inner peace and outer effectiveness come to those who can distinguish between the two. Hold on a minute, I keep turning down the volume here and it's... Okay. When we feel weak in the face of that which we can change, we fall short of our dreams. By realizing we can adjust ourselves to what happens to us in life, we can take charge of determining our own response to our reality in a creative way. And that's what I'm saying. By facing what we are uncomfortable with in our lives and adjusting ourselves, accepting and adjusting ourselves to it, we can then make a choice, right? Because we're fully aware. Hafiz's compassionate guidance tells you not to dwell on the past or worry about the future. Being the author of your life means concentrating on the present moment. You can change your perception. You can do something different. Try learning a new skill instead of following a routine. This means setting aside how you think things should be, for it is not helpful to focus on what might have been if things were different. Dear one, do not be overly attached to things you cannot change. Focusing on the past of others does not bring you the inner peace of personal accomplishment. Touch the creative spark within you and feel how renewing it is to connect with your inner innocence and purity. By trusting the flow, you will be able to envision new possibilities and create a world of your own. Let the universal energy guide you toward a creative power you may never have imagined you could share. Okay. And then your next card from Pure Magic Oracle is called Salamander, number 23. Here it is. Okay. Small, let's see. Okay, small lizard-like creatures with slim bodies and short tails. In the tarot, salamanders are depicted within the suit of wands, another symbol of fire and creativity, and each time they are drawn in circular form as if attempting to reach their own tails. This image is in fact a reference to the ancient esoteric symbol of the Ouroboros, a sacred symbol of infinity, never ending, never dying. Let's see. Salamanders have been recorded in multiple medieval texts on alchemy and magic, even appearing in notes by Aristotle and Leonardo da Vinci. Salamanders teach us to step into our power and show others what we're made of, to learn to adapt to changing environments and survive at all costs. Call on their spirits when you need aid in facing adversity, comfort in changing surroundings, to add energy to a forgotten or neglected cause, or bridge passions with grounded reality. There is no task too big for the salamander to work on. And let's see, energy is shifting course, and you are being guided to prepare for change and metamorphosis. There is no turning back or hiding away now. The spirits know you are ready. Are there projects left unfinished? Are you procrastinating over your next moves? Nudge yourself back to creative work and keep that fire burning alive. If the fire is beginning to flicker, the responsibility falls to you. When you finally own the wisdom of your creative aptitude, you will be able to teach others to ignite their flames as well. Another point I would like to make is that it's very important for us to take responsibility for our lives, for where we are in this moment, and not to blame anybody else for what they did, what he did, what she did, what they as a group did. We're here because we create our own reality, and the people in our world are people we invited in. So if you're not happy with the people you invited in, then you'll have to find a responsible way of moving away from those people. So it's your responsibility. It's important that we don't blame others for where we are right now. Okay, solar. Last card is number 5, solar. Let's see. A safe and happy home. Let's see. Okay. Okay, a traditional belief holds that each house has its own spirit which guards the hearth and home. This family guardian keeps the house and its inhabitants safe and happy, provided it is honored and acknowledged. In ancient times, householders furnished these spirits with little houses and a wall niche or cupboard, almost like a tiny shrine. Offerings of food and drink were made to the house guardians on a daily basis, and in return the family was blessed with protection and good fortune. There are stories throughout many cultures about this phenomenon, including the Lairs of ancient Rome, the Brownies of Scotland, the Kamadagami of Japan, and Domovoi of Russia. These guardians are loyal and devoted to keeping the family content and the home secure. The solar unicorn encourages you to make contact with your own household guardian. The family home and family dynamics may have been neglected and need more love and attention. Just the intent to focus more on these oft-ignored areas will start the process of calming and softening the turbulent energy in your home. Work with these little unseen energies. Start by acknowledging the spirit of your house and asking respectfully for their help in creating a safe and happy dwelling. And, you can do that if you're someone who's into that. You can also call on your angels to help you with that. If you call on them every day, open yourself up. Say, I release my free will to invite you in to help me with these situations I have in my home, and solutions will come to mind, and ways of making change will come in a way that's respectful of everybody involved. Okay, so those are your energies. Self-creation, be the author of your own life. The salamander, which is infinite wisdom and alchemy. And solar, creating a safe and happy home. Although, when you're living, when you're a family, you're not responsible for the behaviors of others, but remember, you are responsible for your behavior. So you can change your behavior and see what happens. All right, Cancer, here we go. I'm going to do a Celtic Cross. And the first card out is the 8 of Pentacles, and that's a card of devoted work. Work that you do because you really love it. You really love your work. And that may be why, you need to create that safe and healthy home, because maybe you're a workaholic. It's possible that you're a workaholic, or that things have gotten difficult at home and it's easier just to go to work and do your work. Crossing you for good or bad, is the Queen of Swords. I love this Queen of Swords. She's a hip babe with her little boy there, her little child, wearing their sunglasses, you know. She is a clear communicator. She's an expert in communication. She's very good at setting her boundaries in a way that is not hurtful to others, but makes it clear that she does have boundaries, and they will be respected, okay? So she's a great communicator. Underneath, underlying the entire reading is the Knight of Wands. He is adventurous, passionate, really valiant and gallant. You know, he's really a bright, passionate heart and very enthusiastic. He's also, you know, about youthful. I'm going to say in his 20s, so it's a youthful energy that has a lot of energy. It's very passionate and adventurous and curious, very intelligent as well. That's a nice energy to have here. In your recent past, we have the Knight of Pentacles. You know, this is the kind of foundations that a happy home is built upon. Loyal, loving, protective, not in an unhealthy way, in a healthy way, protective, boundaries. This knight knows what the kingdom's boundaries are, and he, you know, protects them. He makes sure that they stand strong. So that's in your recent past. The energy covering your entire reading is the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is a card of victory. So I'm going to say that you're going to be victorious in this process of change in your life. In your near future, you have the Seven of Swords, which is, it can be someone deceiving you, someone taking something from you without your knowledge. It can also be that you're deceiving yourself and you're deluding yourself, or you're self-sabotaging, something like that. That's in your immediate future, and that may be you seeing reality, facing the reality of your life, okay? The next card is your energy, which is the Ace of Wands. And this is a brand new, this is a gift of energy that is exuberant, passionate, and loves to enjoy life. Just, you know, the enjoyment of life. It is a very powerful ace, and it's all about your passion, your passion in life. The energy around you is the Nine of Pentacles, which is the energy of a self-made person, someone who's made their own money and made a good deal of money so that they can relax now later in life. And you may be on the way to this, or you may be there already. So you'll have plenty of money as you get older, when you want to enjoy your life, whether you're working or not. But you'll have everything. You will be able to provide everything your family needs. Hopefully the kids will be out of school. The card in the area of your hopes and dreams is the King of Cups. And that's a beautiful place to be for someone who needs to work on regaining a safe and happy home. You know, he is a loving king. He's emotionally mature. He has been transformed, and he can teach you how to be transformed. He's the card of emotional maturity. Beautiful, beautiful energy. He's forgiving. He's a listening guy. He doesn't judge. He doesn't make decisions for you. He doesn't tell you what you need to do. He listens and leads you to find the answers for yourself. That's a beautiful energy. The possible outcome is the Nine of Swords, where you're having nightmares, or maybe someone else in the family is having nightmares. I'm going to pull another card to see what that's about. All right, interesting. So then I have the King of Pentacles. So you have all these pentacles. You have the Ace of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles, which is really good money. The King of Cups, Nine of Swords, and on top of that you have the King of Pentacles, which is, honey, you got the money. You don't have to worry about money. But you have the Ten of Swords. So you have the Nine of Swords, the Ten of Swords, and I'm going to pull one more, and the Three of Cups. All right, so what I'm going to say about these three cards is that, right, the King of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords, the Ten of Swords, the Three of Cups. So when we have children and we go out to work and we work way too much and we're really not paying attention to our kids, what happens to those kids? They get involved in stuff. They feel that, honestly, they feel like they're not important. They feel like they're supposed to find their own way. They feel like they've kind of been abandoned. So I'm just saying this as a for instance. When that happens, they become your worst nightmare, right? Money, no matter how much money you have, without the love, loving kindness, the loving care and attention that your children need as they're growing up, you're gonna create, you know, your worst nightmare, which is what addiction, and the Ten of Swords often is about addiction. The child can, in this card, can certainly, I mean, like, they're done, they've hit bottom. And the fact that this card came out after that means that it's very possible that this can happen. The kid will hit bottom, will go into recovery, and once again, you'll have a happy family. But I think the lesson here, you know, this year is about looking at what hasn't been working for us. And it seems that, you know, money could be one of those things. It could be just a symbol. But something has drawn you away from the attention that your family needs, and you're probably not the only one responsible. If you're the wife, your husband is part of it. If you're the husband, your wife is part of it. So it's not like you can finger point, and then what's the point of finger pointing? There's no point of it. The thing is to get yourself back on track, and it's never too late to do that, as is shown by the Three of Cups. All right, so the Three of Cups is that happy family being together again, celebrating their love for each other. And you know, in reality, you do love your children. You know, things just go awry. You know, you get off track and you forget. You know, things just get uncomfortable in life and we don't know how to handle them, and so we do the best we can. But now you're being offered, with the King of Cups, you're being offered a new way to look at the situation and to resolve it and to heal it. All right, so Cancer, you have a really beautiful reading. There are really beautiful energies here. However, you know, with the Oracle cards and the Tarot cards, it's showing that something needs to be healed, and that's going to take some time. So it's a one day at a time thing, one step at a time. Practice and fail, practice and succeed, practice and fail, practice and succeed again and again. That's how change comes. So that is your tarot reading, Cancer, for February of 2022. These are very strong and heavy energies. However, we will, you know, see brighter days. Saturn's going to be in and out of our astrology lens throughout the year, for most of the year. So don't you know, beat yourself up. Don't think, oh my gosh, this is terrible. It's not. You have a great opportunity for change and growth here, and it's the opportunity of your lifetime. All right, thank you, Cancer, and please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And you can check my website to find out more about me. Or if you would like to book a full reading, a private reading, you can do that there. It's www.tarotbyginger.com. All right, thanks for watching. Take care.